One. Welcome to Marriage Minutes. And today we are going to talk about
Home improvements.
home improvements and how to do them at his pace, honestly. So
Yes.
we know that many couples are spending a whole lot of time at home right now because we have been sheltering in place for what at this moment, 5, 6 something months,
5 months.
something like that.
March, April, May, June, July.
So many people are trying to improve their homes and make them a more comfortable living space for them since they are pretty much here. And we have enjoyed that time as well, but it has taken a lot of planning and kind of us trying to get on the same page in order to make that happen. So first thing I would say in terms of making home improvements is have a budget. And I'm going to let my husband talk about how to kind of set that budget so that you can have some extra money or some cash so that you can do those things. I don't think you should home improve over your light bill or your mortgage.
I think it's just a matter of budgeting. I mean, unfortunately, with everybody at shelter in place, there's really nothing to buy because everybody's been buying everything for their homes. But whatever your project is that you want to do, and you guys agree to, I think you have to put the budget in. And if you got to save for it, save for it. You know, if it requires, like I get paid weekly, and she gets paid twice a month, and so we allocate. We can like, okay, if it's going to cost $2,000 next year to have this done, okay, so let's start saving now. Let's start allocating money towards that project now, so that when next year gets here, you know, we can pay for it in full. And so I think it's really planning like that. And then there's some things where you don't have to budget. You just say, hey, we just need to do it. You may have the access to go buy paint or whatever it is you want to do. But you just have to make sure that you guys are doing it together and is at the project that you guys want to do together. So like for us, with it being so nice outside, you know, our thing was, do we want to work on the inside of the house or do we want to work on the outside of the house? Because you want to enjoy your outdoor living space. And so we said, well, let's work on the outside. And so we focus on the outside. So between buying some different plants and putting different flower beds and kind of change the makeup of our backyard, that's what our focus was. But there were some things that were just out of our budget that we figured, okay, well, instead of trying to incur debt, let's hit this next year and let's start putting away for it.
Yeah, so having budget. So I think that Mark does the budget. So I think that it's titled Home Improvement Fund. And so when you have a project that you are aiming for, the budget should be directed towards that. But I also think that you need to come together and make a wish list. I think you all need to prioritize maybe what are those things that you all want to tackle and then itemize them. And then quite naturally, the most expensive item could be at the top, and then maybe the smaller things can be down at the bottom, so that maybe your fund doesn't, maybe it's a $200 thing and you can knock that out tomorrow, and then you can build back up and save for the $500 thing and then move on to the $7,000 thing or whatever the case may be. But I think it's important to have a budget. I think it's important to have a wish list. And then also I think it's important to have the correct expectations. Mm-hmm. So my husband can do just about anything. I'm serious about that. And I'm so grateful because there are many things so much money that he saved us because he goes to YouTube University or Google College, and he figures out how to do it and he does it well. But if you are not that type of man or not that type of woman, I think you have to know your limitations too, and not expect him to be able to do what the next person is doing unless he can do it.
Exactly. Then I think too, you have to buy things out of season. You know, like if you really want to work on your backyard and there's still items out there, but you're going to pay full price for them. So if you know automatically that these are the things that we're looking for our backyard, for our outdoor living space, well, this is August. So now those things are going to start being marked down. If it's, you know, like we need some extra seating on our deck. And so those are the things I'm going to be looking for. And so instead of paying $29, I may end up paying $19 or $15 for some chairs that I was looking at. So I got to keep my eye open for things that are coming out of season. And so that's also a way that you can do some cost savings.
And don't be anxious. Enjoy what you have right now until you get what you can afford later.
Yes.
Just enjoy each other. I mean, I think that that's a thing that people get caught up in. Oh, like I'm in this Facebook group and all these wonderful homes in there. I keep looking at them. So how about I enjoy what I have? How about be satisfied with what I have? Enjoy the weather and the flowers that I do have. Enjoy the chair that I do have. So being content at the moment, knowing that this is not the place that we want to stay, but it is what we have right now. And I'm not trying to be the Joneses. I'm not trying to be the Smiths. I am trying to be the Whitehouse. And we are trying to be the best Whitehouse we can be.
Yeah, debt free.
And I think you have a sense of accomplishment when you try to do these things together. And if there's a project that you all can work on together, be okay. Be patient with each other and say, okay, babe, maybe we can tackle putting down this floor or putting up a backsplash.
We're going to pay for that one.
Anyway, things like that.
Yeah.
But it's also, it helps build your intimacy, helps build your trust in one another, helps build your teamwork. So is that it?
And teamwork makes the dream work.
Teamwork makes the dream work.
So your dream house will be better when you guys start doing teamwork.
And so home improvements can be done at his pace.
Be well, be blessed.